Therefore, that's why it's called cutthroat competition. And therefore, now particularly, Swami's this management kind of advice and teaching help a lot. And therefore, many other institutions which did not have the benefit of Swami's teachings also now today are coming and asking, yes, please let us know how is that the managers and the leaders who have come out from Swami's institutions are so much in want, so much in demand, and so much different from others. And Swami used to say, yes, they have to become different, they have to sparkle, but we should not become indifferent. There is a lot of difference between being different and indifferent. The indifferent is the arrogance and ego that has to be curbed, it has to be removed. Therefore, that's what is very important. Swami also said, all my students will become new age commerce leaders. He never said they are just going to be MBA graduates or management graduates. He said all will become new age commerce leaders. And he pronounced that. And he says, much more to life is there than mere studies. Coming a time we think only just studying something, getting or acquiring degree is the end of our life. No, there is much more to life than mere studies and certificates. And about is teaching our system itself, he says it should become teaching positive way. Therefore, many a time the teachers also to relearn and teach in the new way so that they understand the students much more than students understand the teachers. Many a time it is either taken for granted or they just teach the syllabus onto the blackboard or the whiteboard or onto a computer screen. But people are not machines. Each person, each student, is a different attribute, different kind of entity. And therefore, that has to be ensured. And Swami said they should act as perfect hosts, perfect managers, perfect organizers, perfect catalysts, and they should get the guaranteed business benefits to the clients and the customers or people who are dependent on them. And they should become what they call differentiators. They should become differentiators in the management society. And they should have the correct knowledge of the product, the price, the process, the packing, the place, the people who are all interconnected. Therefore, we call it as many of 5 Ps, 7 Ps, like that. And they should make the difference. And therefore, a case study was done that his hand plays, that is Swami's hand plays, and he should say, start early, talk less, have self-confidence, and have good marks, but no remarks, and good company of friends. And then, many Swami, anytime Swami used to ask, are you ready? Are you ready? Suppose he has to give some work to somebody. First, he used to ask, are you ready? And only when they used to say, only gleefully, yes, Swami, we are ready. And then the task or the assignment used to be told. Therefore, mentor, you have to be ready. Let us not opt, let us not decide that if this is an activity, yes, I will do it. If this is an activity which I don't like, I will not do. For you cannot be chooser, even in the corporate world today, while we call in sports, cricket, all-rounders. The world wants all-rounders. For a manager should be an all-rounder of all-round capabilities. For Swami used to say that his mission is only happiness for everyone. Happiness is your birthright, for nobody can deny us happiness as long as we ourselves deny happiness to us. Happiness and satisfaction, happiness and satisfaction are intrinsic, and nobody can take it away from you. except our own selves. And most of the time, we rob ourselves of our happiness and satisfaction. And there's also a topic what we call winner or losers. And many a times we debate on that. Who wants to be winner and who would choose to be a loser? And most of the time, the answer is everybody wants to be a winner. Nobody intentionally, deliberately wants to become a loser. But if you are to become a winner, and you have to, you ought to. If you want to become a winner, you ought to have a winnable kind of qualities, winnable type of attributes. And that has to be got, and that has to be acquired, that has to be got from training, practice. And Swami used to say, don't you hurt me, that means anybody. And he used to say, happiness comes from within and depends only on you. And you get happiness by not hurting others. Don't you hurt others and let not others hurt you. Take responsibility of your life. This is the world. Many a time people are ready, not, they will say, okay, I will do this work. But if some blame, something doesn't happen well, they say, no, 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 I have not taken responsibility. Somebody else is responsible. We throw and we transfer the responsibility to others. Because like many times I was told, success has many fathers, but unfortunately, failure is an orphan. Therefore, the world will not change for us. We will have to change for the world. Let us not try to change the world. Let us change ourselves. And when we change each one of us, the world will certainly get changed by the combined change that takes place in all of us. For perseverance, the perseverance is time to wait and give enough kind of time frame and the work frame so that the perseverance is the one which finally pays. And many a times you say, the confidence in us should be such that you may, while doing certain things, you may fail, you may fall, but still you should have the will, you should have the courage, you should have the strength to get up, walk, run, and achieve the result. That is success. A success, there is no easy recipe. The recipe is work hard, work continuously, work ceaselessly until the desired goal or destination is met. And therefore, no pain, no gain is also another word. It is loosely used. That means if you want a gain, if you want a benefit, if you want a happiness, then you'll have to have some pain. That means while doing your efforts, you can't be comfortable, cozy at our homes, and expect big rewards and big benefits. Study better, repeat practice again and again. Many times, even in bhajan practice, many times it is, Swami has said, to learn a proper bhajan, to become a proficient singer, you may have to practice at least 100 times. And is this 100 is a number or is a mere visual or just a kind of abstract number? Swami has given explanations about this. Some of the people of bhajan singers know about this, how Swami has commanded this. And that means practice makes man perfect. The more you practice, the more perfect. But most of the time, we don't like to practice. We would like to listen to somebody, compare ourselves to somebody, and want to become that somebody without any much effort and instantly. That instant kind of growth is something which prevents us from practicing. Practicing is a regular habit. Swami used to say, practice until perfection. Develop ordinary talents. First of all, many a time we want to become little great or big people. And you say great talents, great qualities. First, acquire the minimum ordinary talents. Let us all become first ordinary good human being. Then you can become better human being, extraordinary human being, great human being. But before that, we have to become just an ordinary pass marks to go to the next class. That means at least 35% mark. And that is required. And after that, yes, we can acquire higher and higher marks by the grace of God, by doing good work and then progress. And Swami used to always say, we are all attracted or lured by the attractions and the distractions of the world. All that glitters are not good. And Swami used to say, why fear? Leave the fear and leave the scaredness, leave the phobias. And many of us have got what is called phobias, phobia for certain things. And these phobias restrict us, restrict our development. Control of thoughts and doing is what matters, not mere planning. Most of the time, we take a book, we take a diary. A lot of people have the habit of penning down. And they say, okay, I'll listen to the discourse. I noted down so many points. I have a big number of points made. And points made fine, but is it on the paper? Is it with a pen? Or is it in your mind? Or is it in your brain? And have we stormed our mind with these kind of thoughts and idea which could be propelled to do some good development work? Doing is what matters, not mere planning. And many a time not to do, achieve good thing, prayer. Prayer is, we can call bhajans, we can call others. Oh, bhajan is not dissociated with the development or management. If somebody asks, is it bhajan only a spiritual thing? Is it that only you keep a photo of Baba or somebody and then just go on singing some bhajans? No, bhajans give you an extraordinary energy within you to do your work, whether it's the corporate offices, whether at home, whether it is the society, the secular field, whatever field, it propels you. It's a fuel. It's an intrinsic, internal fuel. So prayers, it gives you the powers. And great people, many of the great people, whether they were devotees of that guru, this guru, or God, irrespective of that, they used to pray to the superhuman personality or the super power. And that gave them that kind of extraordinary kind of strength for them to achieve things, all great people. And living with honor. Many a time that why should we live? Live like an ordinary person, ordinary Marcel, or to be forgotten. Live with honor. So living with honor is what management studies and the management books makes us to understand. Manage with dignity, and you should have a kind of a dignified life. And living with honor and living with dignity. And what is easy to see is easy to miss. Many times we see something superficial and we jump into judgments and jump into so many conclusions. Before we start, we conclude. Or instead of that, he say, what is easy to see is easy to miss. Winners do not do things differently, or winners do not do different things, but they do things differently. What is that differently? That means the same thing could be done in different manners, different ways, different paths. Therefore, finding out what we call the strategic alternatives. That's why in strategic management, we discuss about the strategic alternative. Same thing could be done by different methods and sometimes simpler method, sometimes by a more efficient method, competitive methods, and therefore doing it differently. That's what the success people or the winners do. And many a time, the idea, if it is kept within us, the idea dies. If not acted upon early. If you get an idea, good idea, at least share with others. Share the idea. Don't feel if I share this idea, what they will do. They will rebuke or they will simply make fun of me. Don't bother. So an idea, share. And let us see how that idea crystallizes into maybe a great achievement also. Ideas, if they crop up, let it not die, act upon. Knowledge is lost if not used. That means idea could lead to knowledge. If you don't use it, it dies. Create an action plan to live with honor. We have many a time we plan things, but after a plan, what happens? Do we prepare an action plan? Yes. Most of the industries, people working in the corporate industries know. An action plan is done, and afterwards, action taken plan. Therefore, for this action plan, an action taken plan, so you compare what you wanted to do what was done, what is remaining, and how it is to be done, and ways of doing it. Again, another action plan for that. Don't get bothered about how many action plans are required. Erlang action is required, going on planning an action, the whole action plan is going to be required continuous process. Get started and lay the foundation for success. Success will not come easily. But to lay the foundation for success. Leaders are misleaders. So many a time we are all happy to become leaders, but most of us end up as misleaders and we guide wrongly. And therefore, leaders, if it have become, you have to become not leaders for leader only one day, like one day prime minister, one day president, one day chief minister, not like that. You can't just be a one day leader. You have to be leaders forever. Therefore, leaders means leaders are forever, not for others' sake. Leader doesn't mean you should have a big following behind you. You can be leader singly, even if you're a single individual. You have to become a leader. For sometimes we have said born leaders. That means some are born leaders, but not necessarily. Leaders are made. Leaders are made, but just not born. And freedom is not free. Freedom is not free. Honor above honors. Many times, if you want, you may get honors, but more than honors, honor is more important. So these are a few more points I will try to share because this topic is quite more, and we may have to spill over this subject for the next session also. See, there is what is called wings of flame. People who are leaders, they do not just have like birds have wings, they fly. But what do the leaders have? The leaders have what's called wings of flame. The wings of flame of ideas. It should be something like a burning desire. We also call it as passion. What is that burning passion? That passion should keep you flying afloat and they'll be leading. If somebody is telling something and their thinking would have gone much, much beyond that. And they will have that kind of wings of flame and passion. And but when the passion is there, it ignites your minds. When the mind is ignited, anything can happen. Scientists are born like this. The great achievers, the great philosophers, everybody was born who had their minds ignited. And all of them carried what's called a dream. And a dream is just not a dream of some cozy, happy life like in films. It is a dream to achieve something, dream to become something. And the dream had a message. Each dream, sometimes Swami used to appear in the dream and give a message. The dream has a message for that particular person, for the good of others. And dream manager, that's why I used to call dream manager. And the dream managers later become what they call visionary. The dream becomes a vision. When the dream is acted upon, the dream is understood properly. Dream can become vision. And the vision becomes the pointer to mission. And that's why they used to call idea management and idea managers. The manager need to have, a leader need to have several ideas, not just one idea to be dropped the next moment. Then a leader should be ready for makeup for missed opportunities and failures of the past. You should not be remembering only the failures of the past. The yesterday something had gone wrong. Don't bother. Something will certainly go right today, tomorrow, just in future. Make up for the missed opportunities and failures of the past. Become aware of the higher self, something which is waiting for us. Self-realization is our focus. Ignite our human dreams to inner energy, convert into a kind of inner energy, and to guide our lives. And there should be a radiance of these ignited minds. There should be a radiance emerging. And it should embark on constructive endeavor. It should embark on constructive endeavor. It brings peace, prosperity, and bliss to the entire world. Samasta loka sukhino bhavantu is what all of us pray, what a leader desires and wants it to happen. And many a time, the manager or the leader has to become a role model. See, role model means what? Many a time, whom we make role models? Sometimes film stars, sometimes the fashionable people, sometimes the industrialists, or so-called successful people. And we all want role model, but somebody has to become a role model. And Swami used to say, through proper your behavior, every one of you can become a role model. And they can all embark as good managers and leaders. See, men often become what they themselves imagine to be. If you imagine, if you think that you want to become something, you can become. Men often become what they themselves want to become or want to be. If you think strongly, you can, you will. If you want to achieve something, just strongly go on thinking about it. Go on repeating on that. I want to become this. I will win, I will win, I will win. You will certainly win. And even Mahatma Gandhi, Abraham Lincoln, Sri Narayan Murthy, and Sri Ratan Tata, and Premji of Wipro, and even Bill Gates, and most of these Mukesh Ambani, and several people, they just become great, not by a single day, on a spectacle single day. They toiled for it continuously to become great. And they never wanted to become great. But because of the good work that they did, they become great because of great works. And not somebody go give them a title that you are a great person. Nobody needs to come and garland you and give you title. We adopt different role models because out of the so many people, each person, when they are young, they adopt different role models and try to follow their footsteps. Role models, role models help us to focus on what is correct and for us as individuals. Because knowledge is the superpower, and all the visionaries, the particular leader should become a visionary. He should not only think for today. He should be planning for the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, even next 1 year. Because what is called in many of times our budgeting and our planning, it is just not done for this particular budgeting year. It is what they call vision plan. The vision plan is done for the next 5 years, next 10 years. That's what's called the vision plan. So whatever you dream, begin to realize that requires boldness. And the leaders have to have boldness because he should not be covered. A coward can never become a leader because he wants to be sheepish. He doesn't want responsibility. They cannot become leaders. It has to have boldness. And he has to have that boldness gives you genius. It gives you the power and it gives you magic in it. There's a different magic when you attain the confidence in you. Confidence creates a different magic in us. Begin it now. Say, don't wait. Let us done next Saturday, next Saturday, next Saturday, next year. No, years and months will not wait for us. Time is rolling with or without us. It goes on. Oh, don't wait. And similarly, a lot of examples are given of Dr. C.V. Raman and Dr. C. Homi Baba, Dr. Sarabhai, and many others, some of whom were also attached with Swami's institution and gave talks in Swami's presence. And therefore, the vision ignites minds and the mission driven programs benefiting mankind. Whatever it is done, it should benefit mankind. Leaders should lead towards benefiting the mankind. Learning from saints and sages, that's a spiritual conquest. Because some of the leaders, although may not want to be known as spiritual people, but inside there's a spiritual inquest. There's a spiritual inquest which helps them to conquest. And values-based education is what Swami used to say, educate, and that makes the people leader, getting the forces together. The leadership always gives us what is called bringing the forces together. That's what we call as team building. If suppose he remains a single person, differing with everyone always, and you cannot build up a team, a cohesive team, a good team, then unless he can bring the forces together, he can't build up the organization. Because a single flower, however good jasmine flower, left alone will not become a garland. And until it becomes a garland, it cannot go and adorn the neck of the statue or the deity. Therefore, I will do should be always our watchword. If somebody asks, many a time we start negatively. I will think over if I am free, if I don't get any calls, if I don't do this, if I don't have this. Therefore, pre-engagements, don't worry about pre-engagement. Have everything also, and you say, I will do this and do it. And the path of implementation of policies and programs and have to be swift, smooth, efficient. Another 4 5 minutes, where the mind is without fear, because most of the time If you are only fearless, you can do things. That's why Swami used to say, why fear when I am here? Why did he say that? Because fear is the biggest complex, biggest guilt in all of us. Because of fear, several types of fear. And we'll go to the fear analysis, maybe in some of our topics in the next week. What is that fear analysis? Because the fear is the biggest enemy for all of us. Therefore, where the mind is without fear and head is held high, our head is held high. What does it mean? Honor. Because many a time when you are doing a mistake and you are not confident, your head, people would have seen, they would have bending their heads. Out of humility is fine, but not out of ignorance, not out of cowardice. But you held your head high. Knowledge is free and world not broken up. World is not broken up into fragments. It has to be kept a wonderful integrated world. Such society or world becomes great. And Rabindranath Tagore once he said, ignite your minds, think big. Don't act big, think big. The actual work you do will become big. And he said, leader as guide. Leader should become as a guide. And leader should become a leader and not misleader. Good leaders guide and bad leaders misguide. It happens we have seen number of so-called self-proclaimed leaders in the political life who spoil people. Action plan for a leader is a very important thing. And just I'll read out the action plan that what a leader should come. And with that, we'll be closing. The last, the action plan for the leader is characterized as become labeled as trustworthy, a person of integrity. Many a time, the people say more than love, trustworthiness is very important. Somebody says, I may love him, but I don't know whether he's trustworthy. Trustworthiness, a person of integrity. And again, integrity and honesty. Person may be honest. Does he have integrity? See, integrity is above the honesty. Integrity is a perpetual kind of trait, whereas honesty is an habit which you could use as per our convenience. Don't cheat. Don't steal. Don't take anything without asking. And choose your friends carefully. Don't try to buy friendship. Because many times we say, we win friends. And win friends is fine, but not purchase friends. Associate with people of high character. Swami used to always say, choose your direction, best and values. Do the right thing for the right reason. Live by the philosophy. Keep your commitment. Don't let people down. If somebody has trusted you, don't. Having said, I'll come attend this bhajan or attend this particular program, then if whatever reason, sometimes yes, could be possible, sometimes problem. But don't let people down. Intimate them, inform them early. Seek responsibility, not control. When you are trying to do something, seek responsibility. But in not controlling others, saying that you do this, you do that. It's not instruction, it's only a suggestion. And find happiness by helping others. Learn to maintain confidentiality. Do not disclose anything told in confidence to you. Keep that confidence. Don't speak ill of people behind the other, which is a big quality all of us do not have, because we always speak ill of people behind our back. He says it shows poor character and it has to be avoided. Constantly strive to keep your conscience alive. Don't prejudge people. Get all the facts. Prejudging is a very bad quality. Be yourself. Don't pretend. Don't try to become somebody else. Don't imitate. Help others. You won't succeed because others fail. Don't wait for others to fail so you can succeed. Have a helpful attitude. You make a mistake, immediately say